Hey guys, welcome to the Trinity Force podcast. You guys are watching the amazing Battle Arena hosted by Reckern and myself. This is a 5v5 that's going to go live every single Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now, this first one you're watching is just a test one, so we can kind of get accustomed to it and, kind of get our bearings straight. So Recker's with me.
I am here. Hello. Hi,
Hi, Recker.
everybody.
As you guys can see, how this works is if you guys don't know, Battle Arena is something that Recker and I cut our teeth on when we were leveling up. So we played 5v5 Battle Arenas versus 5 randoms. We were five, like Recker and I were together versus with 3 random people and then versus 5 random people. And
That was cast by Optimus Tom, actually, way back in the day.
right, it was casted by Optimus Tom. So the way this works is we're gonna get 5 people on each team, random people together, maybe eventually even teams, like if you guys want to scrim. So we're gonna go live best 2 out of 3 every Thursday night. You guys get on here, you guys can listen to us, give you tips. This is gonna be a normal casted game, like we're like doing play-by-plays of fights and whatnot. But we're gonna try to give you tips. So like if you get into the point of mid-game where you guys should be pushing a tower down, we'll say, hey, you guys should be moving right here and pushing this tower down because of this and this and this. So champ select. I'm really not sure how we're gonna do this. Do you have any idea, Wrecker?
I'd also like to mention that, as always, we carry the explicit tag. So don't be offended by anything we say. Because we
Yes.
can be dicks.
Right.
But yeah, here we are in Champ Select. Let's get started, I guess. We got the pretty normal band so far. Casted in Thresh Gragas on the blue team. Dr. Mundo, Vi on the purple team, waiting for the last one. Nothing that you shouldn't really see there for a band.
Right, and this first one's on patch 4.2, the first day of it, so we might see some like Grizareth or something else. Skarner, maybe?
Ooh, yeah, I'd love to see some Skarner. Everybody on Reddit's been saying Skarner, like, they don't like the rework, but I love it. I absolutely love them. Build them
Really?
with the spirit of, yeah, you build them with the Spirit of the Elder Lizard and the Brutalizer. You go that build route, and it's actually amazing on him because he gets the additional attack speed anyway. So it
We had
works
talked
out
about
great.
building Rod of Ages and like Iceborne Gauntlet
Yeah,
on
don't
him.
build him AP. That's a trap. It's a
Is
total
it really?
Because he has 3 skills that build off AP. But the Spirit of the Elder Lizard Brutalizer, it's amazing because you get like 25% cooldown reduction for his ult, so you gank more, and you have this amazing clear because you have Spirit of the Elder Lizard and Brutalizer.
That's interesting. So we were talking about that because we're thinking maybe top lane Skarner instead of jungle Skarner now because he has that AP. He can't be pushed out of lane. He's always going to be getting extra damage off of Sheen and Rod of Ages. Of course, you get the Catalyst. He's never going to run out of mana.
Yeah, I watched the podcast yesterday when you guys were talking about it, and I was just like, man, you guys just totally clueless about how this new Skarner works. You don't build an AP. It's just not going to be as successful as you want it to be, and as successful as AD. But
Okay.
I mean, a lot of that too is just because the AD stats are cheaper to build.
That's a very fair point. I'm gonna have to go give it a try. I never played Skarner in the top lane. I can't remember Dragonborn's mid laner. I can't remember his name now. He used to play Skarner in the top lane before the rework.
Suche?
Suche, yes.
Yeah.
He's pretty much fallen completely out, hasn't he?
Yeah, I haven't heard about him in a long time since Dragonborn's is gone.
So, as you guys see, normally we're going to go live. We'll probably go live on twitch.tv/tforce2 because Josh, the best Yeti, is streaming solo queue on the original channel, which is T-Force Podcast,
Wait,
of
is
course.
it the best Yeti? I thought it was the best yet.
He changed his Twitter name to the best Yeti.
Oh, okay. Was the best
So-
yet taken?
No,
He's just.
yeah, actually, no, yeah, it was. So he did the best Yeti.
I see.
I'm actually looking forward to this. I hope this is Teemo Jungle and it's going to get locked in and actually be Teemo Jungle and not like some kind of weird swap because we talked about
said it was
Teemo Jungle a while
actually.
back. Oh, was it really?
I think that's who said it was.
Yeah, I watched I Am Cutie Pie play him the other day, and he did decently well. Once he got red buff, he could, gank okay. Right, it's red buff. But he had the entire jungle, the bottom jungle next to Dragon, all shroomed up.
Oh yeah, I imagine, and you could just keep an entire area of the map streamed up as Jungle Teemo, especially if you focus on the one area.
Yeah, so yeah, anytime he would just bait people, like he would start a fight and he would just keep walking back into the shroom. So I really hope Rain Bucket does the same thing here when he's playing this, casting it. What is that?
We'll see. We get to see the new Xerath in action as well.
Oh, Aster Edition pulling out the new Xerath. I really hope this works out well for him. Someone else in chat just said he's found him underwhelming, and I mean I only played him in Aram versus Recker once.
And I got first blood. I won that match.
Because you got the health relic, damn it.
Hey, I outplayed you. That's all. I made the most amazing play. I barrier flashed into you and dodged your spell. It was
I
amazing.
missed.
It was so pro.
Yeah, missed my flash stun that I had you dead. So if you guys are watching this after the fact, don't forget to go check out TrinityForcePodcast.com because we just came out with some brand new crazy news. Recker, you should actually talk about this because this is all
I was
you.
about to say I should talk about this since this is directly related to me. We are going to be branching off a new podcast from the Trinity Force podcast. It's going to be with Optimus Tom and Tom. Oh fuck, I can't remember
Meringue.
his fucking Meringue. I can't remember his Twitter handle. Is what I was trying to think of. I feel like an asshole now. But the three of us are going to be talking about the LCS. It's going to be Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be going live, and I believe we're going to try and have the podcast out on Mondays.
Sunday. It'll be out on Tuesdays.
Out on Tuesdays? Okay. So we'll have the audios out on Tuesdays, but you can catch us live on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, just like you could the Trinity Force podcast. We'll be talking strictly about LCS and professional players.
That's right, and this is a long time coming. We've had a lot of questions on the Trinity Force podcast recently about LCS, especially now it's started and we're into season 4. So we're hoping it takes a lot off of us and allows us to stick to meta and game theory.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited about it because I just love talking about the LCS anyway. But like I watch it all the time, and I might as well just fucking do a podcast. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you left us in the first place. Everything you had is
at the
just
time I had my job still, and after I lost my job, I got all this free time again.
right. So we're kind of talking about picks and bans here and how these players are playing. This is definitely like a solo queue pick and ban way. This is going to help you guys a lot, especially if you're in bronze, silver, and even gold. It'll teach you to play solo queue better. So I'm going to look at the blue team right now, what they've picked. It looks like a Zyra support with a Caitlyn, and that's a really heavy poke lane.
So you're saying that's a top lane Leona?
Actually, I take that back. Yeah, it looks like. Is that a top lane TF then?
I'm thinking top lane Twisted Fate with mid lane Zyra. That's what I'm thinking. It could easily go with the top lane Leona though.
/pause in the game. They have to pause the game when we start up. So right when they get into the game, there'll be a short pause.
Why do they have to pause?
Because some guy has to restart his computer.
Well, that's stupid. Why didn't he restart his computer before?
Well, because we were trying to get
asshole! He's ruining my cast. First day, this guy fucks up.
So is that a top lane Twisted Fate, mid Zyra, support Leona, Caitlyn? Okay, I want to talk about Leona, Caitlyn real quick here. That lane is not designed to win at all. Like you don't win the lane as Leona, Caitlyn. Yes, Caitlyn has a lot of poke, but Leona is going to be taking an equal amount of poke from the enemy team, especially against a Jinx Karma, for example, that she's not going to be able to do those hard engages. And Caitlyn doesn't do very well with hard engages.
No, she definitely does not. She's Caitlyn's strengths come in being able to push the lane and poke with her headshot procs off her passive. And basically, once she gets you low enough, she'll either all-in you or force you out of lane and try to ult you for the kill.
Right, exactly. So it's interesting here that Caitlyn is not taking barrier at all. What is that? Is that Ghost? That's not even Ghost. That's Cleanse. She's taking Cleanse. So she wants to stop the stun from...
That is Cleanse, okay.
New icon. I have not seen that icon yet. So yeah, we are in the 3-minute spectator delay. Right now, looking at the way these teams are going, I don't think I can actually call... I couldn't call a straight-out winner right here because...
I think the purple team is going to have a definite advantage with the Karma on their team and the absolute mega range advantage that they have. They have the Xerath, the Elise, the Karma, the Jinx, and the Teemo, all range champions, whereas the blue team really doesn't have a whole lot of engage. The Zyra's more for disengage, and she could follow up with initiate.
Wait, did you just say the blue team does not have a lot of engage?
Not really, because if you look... Well, I guess they do. I forgot they had Twisted Fate, too. I was thinking that was fucking...
Between Twisted Fate, Siobhan, and Leona, they have a lot of engage.
They have a lot of engage. Okay, you're right.
But Purple Team also has a lot of disengage with Teemo Mushrooms. And the way Purple Team needs to play this match is they have to fight around Teemo Mushrooms and they have to be taking objectives.
They're all range. They can't really all-in fight. They have to avoid the engage. And if the blue team misses with their Leona ult, then they don't have a lot of engage because the Zyra isn't necessarily good for engaging so much as disengaging or
countering
dive. Yeah. Same thing with the Twisted Fate. He only really has a single target CC, and the purple team, they have a lot of escape between the CC that they bring, the slows, and the Elise.
That's right. It'll be interesting to see how the purple team plays this because I really want to see how Brain Bucket plays jungle Teemo. with with the Shyvana. Shyvana's a very heavy counter jungler, and she always, she has been since season 2 when she was released. So if you can walk in there and you can counter jungle without the threat of being hurt by Teemo, so there's a lot of vision from the blue team inside the enemy jungle. Shyvana can make a heyday out of Teemo's jungle and not allow him to get 6 very quickly. At that point, though, you need to spend a lot of time taking down mid and bottom turret. Like blue team here is as much objective based as purple team is, and that's because blue team has to get the objectives before purple team gets them, and is allowed to set up their defense.
Purple team's really going to have to go for a lot of tower control, lane pushing, get objectives that way. The blue team's more going to want to go for the dragon and the baron fights and try to get a team fight away from towers.
Right. So looking at these teams, that we have a Xerath more than likely mid lane, at least top versus, I'm going to say it's going to be a Twisted Fate top. I mean, Zing could do something crazy and go top here with Zyra. I'm not sure.
It could be a top lane Leona, but I'm going to guess that they'll support Leona, mid lane Zyra.
I have 10 seconds. Can I go look up her runes real quick here?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, she's got ability power, armor, magic. I don't know. Like, it looks like a support page.
It's like that, man. All right, we're finally going into the game now.
There is going to be a pause when we get into here, guys. This is when I wish we had a virtual audio cable because we're still on that delay.
Hey, look, I switched it.
Yeah. Oh, man, I can turn my camera off now?
Uh-oh.
Oh, wasn't I supposed to turn it off?
No, my computer's just acting slow.
Oh. Yeah, so as we get into this game, guys, we're still learning. I mean, I casted a lot back in season 2 with Optimus Tom, so if I fall, I'm going to try not to fall back into old casting habits because I don't want to do team fights and stuff. I just want to talk about what you guys could do better to play.
And make fun of you.
And make fun of you. So if you don't have a skin, you need to spend more money on this game because you're poor and you deserve.
Have a skin in this game?
That's 2,
that's way too
3, 4. There's 4.
All right, you guys need some skins.
No, the Trinity Force podcast will not give you a skin.
We are in the game. Where's the pause?
Yeah, let's see if it comes out.
I'm gonna edit my stream a bit. So I'm with it.
Are you going to be doing directed camera?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
There we go. All right, I gotta learn how to use fucking this stuff. Okay, there's the pause that we were talking about. So it's probably gonna be another couple minutes from here.
Unless he has an SSD. Get back in there, buddy. If you don't have an SSD, you're poor and you should buy it. No. I love that. While we're in the pause, can you move people around to where they're going to be going?
No, I can't actually move at all here.
No, I guess you can't do it.
Try with the manual camera. Yep, I can't move at all. So that's annoying. But it does look like we have Zyra going into the mid lane already. And the Leona is going to be support with the Caitlyn down in the bot lane. Twisted Fate's heading up top like we thought. And then...
Do we have any... not everyone's purchased yet, so as we sit around here, we can just whack each other off. You know, I think this is going to be a lot of fun when I move back to Michigan, because we can sit in the same room.
Yeah, there we go.
We just have to make sure to turn the camera off. That's right. We'll put a little... We'll do like the player cams with us. One will be on the bong, this is on the desk the entire time. The other will be on us.
It'll be perfect.
Yeah, guys, don't forget, if you guys are watching this right now, lcs.trinityforcepodcast.com. The new website will be up there in the next couple of days, and we're having an LCS podcast. So you guys will be able to get more Trinity Force during the week. How exciting is that?
Yeah, I always hear people bitching about where's my podcast on the T-Force channel. Well, hopefully we can finally get them enough content that they shut the fuck up.
I don't think there's going to be ever a point where there's enough content for people.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Do I have to show
all the media we give them?
Oh, I can't see what I hear people typing. I can't see it.
I can't see it either. I'm disappointed.
Why don't I have like screen flash on damage turned on? I feel like I should have that turned on. I'm just staring at Shadow and Ninetales. Yeah, I'm just
my stuff? Oh man, I can look at all my options and whatnot.
I don't know. Do you have colorblind mode on?
I do. Well, I don't know about in this.
Is it red and blue?
Yes. Wait, I can't tell because it's paused.
Yes, you can. Look on the mini map.
There's nothing. Oh, it's purple. Okay, it's normally on.
I guess purple is right because red is a colorblind. Yeah, why isn't mine on? Screen flash and lost in
I'm having
control.
fun with my settings right now.
Well, yeah, no, we just have to wait for this to be done, so.
Oh, there's colorblind mode.
My colorblind mode is on. That's weird. Why is mine red then?
I'm so retarded. I don't even know if colorblind mode's on.
So yeah, you guys are watching this live, or if you're watching after the fact, sorry, we're still waiting. You probably skip ahead 2 or 3 minutes if you're watching this on the Trinity Force channel.
Yeah. Now that we're almost done with the pause, I'm sure like we're telling them you can skip ahead.
A summoner has reconnected.
Oh, there's
a
that
reconnect, which means unpause should be coming in here shortly. Hopefully.
The best point of the game is the next minute 45 after it goes off because nothing happens.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make fun of where you guys stand.
We get another long, awkward pause after this. Okay.
And there we go. Play resumes in 5 seconds.
Maybe I'll start like a tradition where I try to take like a minute 40 bong rip.
Welcome to Summoner's
If you guys
Rift.
remember back, like episode probably like before 100, where Reckern did the 12-second bong rip.
It was not even impressive.
That was fantastic. That made me laugh every time. That's probably one of my favorite moments. I'm gonna have to turn this off. The whole twitchy mode. Okay, so we are back into the game, and I'm interested to see where Teemo starts here because I was thinking if I was Teemo, I'd be starting blue, and not only because bottom lane is gonna help, even if you're on blue side, Teemo should be starting blue for that extra mana. For more Qs and for more damage because you're gonna be starting Q on him.
I would probably start at red simply for the reason that starting on the red side gives you more experience in a shorter amount of time because you don't have to run as far between camps once the wolves respawn after you take the big white.
We definitely need to talk about how Twisted Fate over here. Like, he just had to be pinged back. You should never have to get pinged back from your turret. You should always be standing around blue buff or red buff.
Minions have
You gotta
spawned.
defend your buff entrances.
Oh, look at this Zen.
The
Zen taking
European defense
damage.
style is what it's called. You just defend all the buff entrances and nobody can get into your jungle.
Yep. Look at this. Zen already taking damage, having to pop a potion because he can't go back because it's too late into the game because he needs to help out Shadow Ninetales.
I didn't even see that because I turned it on manual camera and I was looking around. Turning it on directed now.
That's right. And lots of poke going down in bottom lane already. So, guys, early on with your wards, you see how the ward placement is set up right now? You can look at the mini-map and see there's 2 red wards, 1 in river, 1 up here by red buff. You need to be using those wards early because they're not going to really help you out in lane all that much, except for maybe if you're bottom lane to get a ward brush ward.
And generally, by the time you're expecting it to come from the bottom lane, the ward time is going to be...
The same thing with top lane. I don't think I ward top lane until about 5 minutes into the game.
Jinx is going to take her ass. It's a nice shot from Karma.
Yes, and Jinx and Karma are playing this just how they need to play it. They need to be doing that damage. They need to be putting lots of harass into Leona Caitlyn. Because like I said, Leona Caitlyn is not a good lane. Like, they're not.
And you want to keep that Leona under pressure so that she doesn't feel
Right. And yes, continuing with the harass. If anyone ever walks into the lane like that, like Death Becomes You did, stay there. Oh, Ignite going down in the top lane up here for watching this.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Around.
Oh no.
Oh, they kill each other!
I'm really surprised that...
Picking up the first blood.
Yeah, that... Oh man, is Zane Hong missing his E down here? Astrodician going in. There's an Ignite down. It's another double. Oh my god!
They kill each other. It's a bloodbath. It's a bloodbath. Going back to the top lane, though, I'm thinking that Elise probably should have just left that alone after Twisted Fate dropped the Ignite and started running.
Oh yeah, once it's down, what's Twisted Fate gonna do to you?
Nothing. You took out the Ignite, you're Elise, you just wait for the next level to get some mana back, and you reinitiate after all your cooldowns are up. Twisted Fate's not going to do anything back to you, and you'll get the kill turn.
So if you guys notice down here, Leona is walking with her W and waiting for the W to go off by standing in the middle of the creeps. If you ever have a Leona do that, poke her. It doesn't matter if she has extra armor, she's taking damage.
Karma diving hard. Might get the Ignite. They did figure out that was actually really ballsy. Leona went to ward the Dry Brush and they punished it.
Yes, you can't do that. You know, you have to communicate with the team. I'm going to go ward, but there's no reason to ward Tribush or any further at that point in time. Teemo's up in the top lane doing damage. The flash is down out of Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate trying to pull that gold card. The stun hit, and that is a death. Okay, if you are playing anybody without an escape in the top lane, you cannot go that hard. You cannot be pushed that close up to your minions. You have to be cognizant of what is going to happen, and that somebody's going to gank you, especially when you have no escape.
Definitely, and especially in that situation, avoiding the Tribe Rush doesn't gain you anything. It only puts you at risk of having your Cannon killed. You don't gain anything from having a Tribe Rush warded. If Leona's under turret, they're not going to do anything die.
That's right. So it's fun watching Astradition down here playing this mid lane Xerath because he's taking a lot of harass from mid lane Zyra.
Yeah, the Zyra's actually a whole lot of
And here it goes, the damage down.
more harass on him.
I'm not sure what.
Now. Here comes the Teemo.
Uh-oh.
Could
Teemo,
be the turnaround we need. Oh, and the Karma. That was good. That was a great coordinated gank right there.
Stun goes down and it's to death.
I didn't even notice the support roaming up myself, and I had full vision of the minimap.
Yeah, a few podcasts ago we talked about it. Somebody had wrote in and said, when should a support roam? Should a support ever leave their bottom lane? And that's a perfect example of it. Bottom lane is that far ahead, and it's not that big a deal if something happens. Shadow here,
Yeah,
normally...
Twice as much CS as Caitlyn. Even if Jinx got pushed back to the turret like she did, she still hasn't missed that much.
Yeah, I mean, what's a big deal of 3 or 4 CS loss when you're getting a kill and you're helping to feed the support and feed the other lanes? You can definitely leave your ADC alone if the checklist is can my ADC 2v1 and can my ADC farm safely. Really, it's can my ADC farm safely.
Am I gonna lose anything? What am I gonna lose by going to roam?
That's right.
If you're not gonna lose much, go for it. And right there, it's perfect. Capitalize on it. It was a great time with Teemo.
So I want to point this up here in the top lane right now. Twisted Fate is taking out that pink ward. They obviously listen to the podcast a lot.
Right. Twisted Fate, stunning the Elise.
Twisted Fate, you just need to run back around. Yep, there you go.
Xerath throwing bodies, not quite level 6, so doesn't have that huge ult range.
Man, there is so much going on in these games. This is
Non-stop action.
non-stop. Can I have time to talk about it and give you guys tips? Guys, stop doing so much action.
I really don't farming Xerath though, even though Zyra puts out a lane. I wouldn't have expected that.
I would think, I'm not sure if Xerath's damage is low early enough to not be able to push lanes. Karma's taking lots of damage down here. The W takes it, of course. And Honey Badger just going balls to the wall.
They just chase down the Leona.
Yeah, they just chased the Leona down there with the W. Oh, Twisted Fate. And again, the double kill mid. And there goes...
Double kill mid on each other.
It's gonna hit Elise. Nope! Just missed Elise.
Man, I don't know how they do this. They have to control the camera. This is hard. I'm trying to do it manually.
Because they don't. They have somebody doing it for them.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. We're gonna have to get a third person.
Somebody control it for me, please. The surprise pick here with the jungle Teemo, I know he had talked about playing it before, but I definitely think that is one of the reasons that it's working out so well for him, because in solo queue, it's a surprise pick. You don't expect Teemo to ever gank. You don't expect Teemo to do anything, because, again, he's just this little rat character that doesn't have the presence.
And even the things that he does do are the things that are just like, fuck you, I hate you, like run you over a mushroom and you can't see it. It's such a dick thing to do.
This is why it's perfect for any kind of solo queue. I'm going to talk about, I think right here, just watching mid lane, I'm going to kind of stick on that for a second on Astradition. Mid lane is trying to be too aggressive. Astradition is pushing up too far, and he's trying to be too much of a lane bully, and he's out of position, and that's why Zyra can continuously poke him down and push the lane.
Although it is looking like he's getting the best of Zyra.
Yeah, finally. Hold on 2 seconds. Reckern, I have to let the dog out, so continue to talk.
In the mid lane, they're still pushing it out. Zyra's getting poked down. Let's see what's going on in the bottom lane here. Karma's getting low. She's probably going to have to back out of there if Leona wants. She could die. And Leona's got level 6. That's really dangerous. That's a scary situation to be if you're low health. Leona could probably opt to dive the Karma.
Never fall.
I am back.
Karma's level 6 now, a little bit healthier, so she shouldn't be too worried about the dive. You just gotta be careful not to get caught out if she's not on the turret.
Right. Let's talk. Let's kind of talk about how this game is going right now. It's 3-8. Obviously, Red side bot is winning very heavy, very handedly. Leona out of position there, taking harass that she doesn't need to be taking because she doesn't need to engage. You just back out of that. But right now, what blue team needs to focus on is ganking bottom lane and getting Dragon control. A Dragon's going to put him back into this game pretty easily.
Teemo's going for a gank up top on Twisted Bay here. He might actually get it. Doesn't look like Elise is paying attention though, because he's back up the turret with full health.
Oh, that double flash. Oh,
oh wow, Teemo picking up the kill anyway. That was really
brain bucket, making it looking easy.
Yeah, this is jungle Teemo, no problem.
I love this missing ping by Elise when he had just died.
I don't know what's going on with this Elise. I mean, Teemo even pinged that he was on his way to that gank. Elise should have been in that and picked up an assist. Gave him 3 gold for no reason.
Right. So, right, guys, if you guys are watching bottom lane at all and Reckern has been pushed on it, this is why you don't pick Leona Caitlyn. It has to be a safe lane. It has to be against somebody that they're going to be able to farm. Caitlyn has to be safe enough to farm, but against this heavy poke lane, and they're just
Let's go. She gets the speed buff and this goes on Kate. Probably going to get Kate. Oh, no, a couple more shots.
And Shyvana coming in here trying to get the double kill. She's definitely going to pick at least one up. That's going to be a double kill for Heath. I'm scared.
You don't want to give that up.
So
That's just a
Shyvana,
matter of the bot lane going way too ham for no reason. They didn't have anything to gain from it other than 300 gold, and the risk was they didn't know where Shyvana was.
and it probably wasn't even 300 gold at that point. I think it was 250 gold. You could have had a tower, and you could have had Dragon control, which allows mid lane after they push out mid to take Dragon out. So right now, red team is so far ahead they can just they're taking control of the game. They can do whatever the hell they want, right?
Yep. Up on Twisted Fate up top, but he teleports away with his ultimate. He still dies. I don't know what just hit him there, but something did.
Ignite did.
It was Ignite. Okay, that makes sense. Team
Yeah.
was going for Dragon, which is exactly what the blue team needed, but they're not going to be able to respond to this. Shyvana is going back to base right now, which is greatly timed by them. They don't have a single ward. They have no idea.
So blue team, before any of this happened, before all this game started to run out of control for the blue team. Because right now I would say it's red team has complete total control of this game. Blue team had to focus on bottom lane, focus all ganks on bottom lane. Yes, Shyvana can't gank very well, but just being down there and counter jungling this Teemo, taking the wolves, taking the white, having the blue timed, whatever it may be, would have changed how bottom lane was played right now. Because bottom lane is just getting manhandled.
Definitely, especially with as much as the bottom lane has been pushed up against the turret. That's even a situation where Shyvana can gank without a lack of CC. She can just run you down the lane, and Leona provides enough CC that Shyvana shouldn't need it anyway.
Right. I haven't really been watching Shyvana and how she's been playing, but whatever it was, she's not ganking the correct lanes. If you're spending too much time on Elise, all right, bottom lane Jory gets almost killed by the Caitlyn ultimate, but Shadow Ninetales does a fantastic job over here of, Honey Badger does a fantastic job of blocking it.
Yeah, I would have expected to see Shyvana on the bot lane a lot more.
Yeah, this game.
Rushing that twist.
This game. Running out of control very quickly for blue. So, if we're in this position, Reckern, I'm going to ask you, how do you think that blue should come back from it?
If I was the blue team, I would completely fall back. I would probably drop is the bottom turret still up? I'd probably drop my bottom turret since it's low health anyway, and I would just defend the inner turrets and wait for a dive.
Yep.
You're going to want to definitely get on top of the dragon spawns, and I don't even think they've seen that it's gone yet, so they're going to need to go and just see that it's gone first.
Yeah, you have to have some kind of idea. There has to be wards there. Astradition going hard here on Xin because Zin's out of position, flash blown by him. Good job out of Xin, realizing that that was going to happen, that he could die if he got hit. So,
I'm using directed camera for this.
oh yeah, I have directed camera on right now, but I'm watching the mini map at the same time.
Once I start talking, my hands, I start gesticulating with my hands and they're off my mouth. Zero team by Shyvana. On the bottom lane, just continuing to play it perfectly by Honey Badger story here. They're just poking them down, and there's nothing they can do to respond. He's already so far behind.
No, okay, so looking at item builds here, yeah, bottom lane is going hard. Bottom lane is more than I would think bottom lane's going to die. Yes, Death Becomes You is going to die in this because you should not be engaging at that point. There's no reason to engage. There's no reason to go hard. If you need to go hard, do it when they are taking turret damage.
Yeah,
do it when they are diving.
I was expecting the Karma to taking turret damage because she was well within the turret. She actually didn't do anything before he engaged.
Yep. And that comes with experience. Watching and understanding when the turret is attacking comes with lots of experience of playing this game. Honey Badger and Jory doing a fantastic job taking bottom lane down. Directed camera is back in mid. Shadow Ninetales now hits a mushroom, going hard on Teemo, coming back around to Aster Edition, jumping out of there. Zinhong is too deep and he's going to die. Look at that ultimate come out.
Shut down.
Oh, he popped him out of the ultimate.
How does that ultimate work? I don't know.
If you get popped out of it, apparently you can't do it anymore. Today I learned.
You root yourself in place, and then if you get popped out, you cancel it.
Correct.
I did not know that. Good to know. That was interesting to watch.
So, okay, red team right now. Red team is so far ahead that you have two options, red team. Your option is to either group up and push down a tower by yourselves or continue to split push. If it was me, I would continue to split push and keep them under control.
Absolutely. There's no reason to group up. The enemy team's way stronger than you are. The only thing you really have going for you is your gold lead. As far as team comps, they're probably going to beat you in a straight 5v5, but I would think that the red team would lose this easier.
Red team is so far ahead at this point with the amount of damage. Elise having the Abyssal Scepter, Karma building extra AP, and how far Jinx is ahead of this Caitlyn. I mean, just look at this. Caitlyn doesn't even have a BF sword finish.
Going ham on Put the face points in and has to put it on this. He popped the barrier. He might actually get out of here.
Oh, he got out with the barrier.
He made it. No, he made it. That was amazing. At least with the save. And now
Mojo going hard here.
Kill out of it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. That's just snowballing out of control.
Red team right now. Honestly, red team, if you know, when you're watching this game after the fact, at this point, we're 16 minutes in the game. You guys are 19-6. Continue to split push bottom mid.
That's a drop of situation.
Right. Yeah, red team or blue team has to learn when it's it's too far deep. What can I do at this point? Okay, my Twisted Fate is constantly getting caught out. What can I do to make this, put this game in my favor? And that is move to another lane, start jungling, or start pushing down like mid turret, for example.
Definitely.
And there are going to be points at this point. I hate to say it, but I think this game is too far gone for red team to come back, even with a really good team fight.
Yeah, the red team's just
sorry.
You have to get a really nice initiate from you on a layer the Zyra on top of it. Even then, that's not really going to blow anybody up on the purple team.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Alright, look at this siege down here in the bottom lane that's going on right now. Leon ultimate comes out. The ultimate from Xerath comes out. Damage coming down. Death becomes you. Takes the last ultimate. Some damage. Jory takes some tower shots. The Q from Xerath pops him down. Top lane. Elise is going hard. Lands the cocoon. She's dead.
Man, so much action everywhere.
As long as directed camera's going. That's right. You had your chance. When it was like 5-11, you had your chance. There's always a chance to come back in this game, and that chance is taking barons and taking turrets. And really, this all started to snowball out of control when Shyvana was not focusing the proper lanes, or she was jungling for far too long.
It's tough to say though, because the bottom lane crushed it really. The top of the mid, so.
But would have bottom lane played that aggressively if they would have known a Shyvana was going to be down there every 2 minutes or
Probably
minute.
Not, but then you also find that
Sure. And there's always that skill difference here in these matchups. Like Twisted Fate, not a good top laner. At all.
That's just a bad pick. Like, if that, otherwise go back to Champ Select.
Yeah, there are some games that are definitely decided at Champ Select. You can look at the all-in teams, or there are even teams that have a timer on them. Like when you pick Pantheon, for example, if we ever see a Pantheon jungle while we're doing this, you have a timer. It is about 35 minutes. You have to win the game, and you can't go in anymore. That's right.
That actually happened to me the other day. I picked Pantheon. I ended up getting like 15 kills, and nobody went to the ball roll. So I fell off the other team.
Right, and that's the same way he was in mid.
Yeah.
Even if you have all that, so these Teemo mushroom placements, he's got 2 stacks right now. What I would like to see Teemo start doing is start putting mushrooms all around Baron, and have a red team take Baron here in the next minute and a half.
Yeah, it's only only 19 minutes in now, but with the so much they could use it.
See, this game at 19 minutes should be closing out right now. I think this might be a problem with solo queue and players not understanding how to group properly. And this happens all the way up even to Diamond. That players don't know when they need to get together and start grouping. Top lane is doing it properly right now, but everybody needs to be. Jinx needs to be moving mid lane. Xerath needs to be moving top lane, and this tower needs to be taken out by 4 people at least.
Yeah, I'm not even necessarily sure that they need to group, but it would definitely be beneficial to them to have Jinx pushing the bottom lane while they're pushing the top lane, and notice that they were pushing top lane and Jinx was at base. Before that, they were pushing bottom lane and Elise was in base. So they're just not coordinating the timing of pushing the lanes together, which would also help rather than grouping.
Right. Why? Oh. Jeremy Irons wants to play.
Fuck Jeremy. Probably get him in on the next one.
No, Jeremy wants to go to Three Floyds in Indiana, so you can try Zombie Dust. Anyway, back to the game. Sorry, getting text messages while we're playing this. So red team. I still think red team needs to group here. I think red team needs to do a 4-1 split with our season turrets. They're so far ahead of doing so much damage like that right there. That was pretty much all Elise. That was all Elise doing all that damage. If you would put 4 people on a turret. Right. But you have to look at builds. Okay, let's look at Shyvana's build right here, for example. Shyvana's build is terrible.
Either of which provides
Yes. If you are playing Shyvana and you're playing him out of the jungle, it needs to be Spirit of the Ancient Golem. It needs to be Ninja Templates. Yes. And Twisted Fate, you are too far behind to be doing that. You're trying to be doing that. Yes, you have to be investing in the tank item. Spirit of the Elder Lizard is not a good buy out of Shyvana the jungle. You see it on Vi into a Brutalizer because Vi is naturally tanky with her E. Or any ability. Any ability gives her a shield. Yeah, or Skarn. Anybody who gives you a natural shield, you can start building these damage items, but when you are Shyvana, yes, you get tank stats from your W, but that's an ultimate, and you have to use that ultimate to get it, and then you have to be in the team fight or away from the team fight to have those. They're not just natural, defense that you're getting. So you are making an impact on the game. This Shadow Ninetales did not make an impact when counted. And Obscurica just getting blown up.
Teemo's chasing down the Leona.
That's one dead Leona. 27-6 kills here at this point. Red team, right now, group together and start pushing as a team. Don't even worry about the split push stuff anymore. You're going to win a team fight. So here's the funny thing right here. I see this a lot. I see this a lot with Twisted Fate up here pushing and trying to get this tower down and people responding to it. Don't respond to him. Let him take the turret. It's not going to change the game. Yes, you can get a kill from it. You are wasting time to close the game. I realize that everybody is... Well, I know he didn't need the turret, but okay, so at this point, Twisted Fate was pushing top lane, they responded, they killed him. That's fantastic. You guys stopped the turret tanking down. But that 150 gold or 100 gold that the enemy team was going to get is not worth the gold that you could have gotten or the inhibitor that you could have gotten by grouping up and pushing. This happens a lot in teams. Even if it's 11-1, you just need to ignore that top lane and push 2 turrets because you get an inhib for it. And a hib is way more worth those two top turrets. That's like the worst case scenario, you know?
Yeah, it's like the old pervert or Red Dead. Like, oh, I see that Twisted Fate up there. That's an easy kill. He's way out of position. Let's go get him. But like, you're not doing the right thing.
No, the right thing right now is what Red Team is doing. Oh, here comes a ultimate from Jinx. Is it got?
Oh, the directed camera's watching it and then it left.
I know, I saw that too. Yes, so right now, when I'm watching this at 24 minutes in the game, Twisted Fate is continuing to push top lane. Ignore Twisted Fate.
Yeah, but he's
forfeit.
I was too surprised by this surrender. They're incredibly far behind. It would be really difficult to come back from that.
So I'm going to keep hounding on this point that going back to this, Shyvana needed to have an earlier presence in those team fights. She needed to be bottom lane more often, or she needed to be ganking mid lane where there was a lot of accidents. She needed to be out there, or even better, she needed to be on the team out early and having her team respond to it. This, I think, I'm not saying it all falls on Shadow because the lanes were losing, obviously because of Tom's, but Shadow could have definitely made an impact on how the lanes played out.
Definitely. And the Twisted Fate top, not a great pick, but Pony Porn 420, I like the effort.
That's nice. So guys, give us a few minutes. Recker's going to mute the stream.